Queen F3 of Alireza Firouzja in SuperBet Romania Chess Classic 2024. Round number 1! Hello my fellow chessers! I'm gonna show to you, my fellow chessers, the chess game between Alireza Firouzja and Fabiano Caruana in SuperBet Romania Chess Classic 2024, round number 1. So let's begin on d4, knight f6, bishop f4, London system b6, c4, bishop b7, knight c3, d6, knight f3, g6, d5, bishop g7, e4, center, my fellow chessers. So let's continue on castles king side, bishop d3, e5, attacking the bishop on f4, bishop d2, a5, a3, preferring for b4, my fellow contesters. So let's continue. Knight a6, bishop c2, c5, mistake of Fabiano Caruana. The best continuation in this position is bishop c8 to create a active light square bishop. So let's continue the game. c5, bishop g5, attacking or pinning the knight on f6, f6, bishop e3, knight c8, h3, to control this side, squares on g4, bishop c8, queen d2, attacking the pawn on h6, king h7, g4, rook b8, g5, h takes g5, bishop takes g5, mistake of Alireza Firouzja. The best continuation in this position is knight takes g5. So let's continue the game. Bishop takes g5, b5, good move, h4, bishop g4, bishop d1, mistake of Alireza Firouzja. The best continuation in this position is knight h2, knight h2, and then queen c8. That's the best continuation. So let's continue the game. Bishop d1, queen d7, h4. Wait, what if you take the pawn on c4? We have bishop takes f6, and then if bishop takes f6, we have knight g5 check. As you can see, my fellow chessers, the bishop on g4, the same attacking the bishop on g4. So let's continue the game. It will become one piece up on white side. So let's continue the game. Queen d7, h4, knight takes h5, knight h4, bishop takes d1, queen takes d1, rook h1, good move, knight f5, sacrificing the knight on f5, g takes f5, queen takes h5, check, king g8, queen f3, good move, rook takes h1, queen takes h1, f6, attacking the bishop on g5. So you can see, my fellow chessers. So let's continue the game. Bishop d2, b4, a takes b4, a takes b4, knight e2, f3, knight g1, queen g4, king f1, mistake. The best continuation is f3, my fellow chessers, as you can see the evaluation bar. King f1, Rook A8, rook takes A8, knight takes A8, queen F3, mistake of Alireza Firouzja. The best continuation in this position is F3 again. So let's continue the game. Queen F3, F5, good move. Queen takes G4, F takes G4, mistake of Alireza Firouzja. The queen takes G4. The best continuation is E takes F5. That's the best continuation. So let's continue the game. Queen takes G4, F takes G4, F3, knight B6, B3, knight D7, bishop E1, G takes F3, knight takes F3, knight F6, attacking the pawn on E4, knight D2, defending the pawn on E4, as you can see, my fellow chessers. King F7, King G2, knight G4, preferring for knight E3. So let's see. King F3, knight E3, bishop F2, attacking the knight on E3. Knight C2, King G4, King G6, good move of Fabiano Caruana. Knight F3, Knight A1, attacking the pawn on B3. Knight D2, defending the pawn on B3. Bishop F6, Bishop G1, Bishop E7, Bishop F2, Bishop G5, Bishop E1, Bishop D8, Bishop F2, Bishop E7, Bishop G2, Bishop G5, Bishop F2, Bishop H6, Bishop H4, F3. Ooh, sacrificing the pawn on F5, my fellow chessers. Let's see. Knight takes F3. Ooh, what if the king takes F3 example? We have bishop takes D2. As you can see, discover attack, my fellow chessers. Knight takes F3, King F7, Bishop G3, Knight takes B3. Bishop takes E4, sacrificing the bishop. Bishop takes E5. D takes E5, Knight takes E5, King E7, Knight D3, Bishop E3, E5, Knight D2, Alireza Firouzja resigned the game. Why? Because as you can see, if you continue the game, example King F5, we have B3. Example, if you continue the game, example D6, King D7, we have King F6, we have Knight takes C4, E6 example, King takes D6, and then King F7, Bishop G5, controlling the E7, standing for round number 1. Subscribe